So a little while ago I built my first ever website, and I did it in the way that most people think most websites are built, by coding the entire thing from scratch. And while it was a great learning experience, it was also pretty daunting and took me like 2 to 3 weeks to finish the whole thing. I coded myself a whole backend, and pretty much every little feature I was adding to the website, I had to figure out how to do it from completely scratch. And then when it now came to the point where I wanted to completely revamp my website because it wasn't that good, and I now have a completely different idea for what I want to do with the website, the idea of doing everything all over again from scratch that way was pretty demoralizing. But it actually turns out that there is a much better way to build a website in 2022 than coding the thing from scratch. And that's what I want to show you in this video. And I'm also going to show you my process of how I ended up taking my website from looking something pretty basic like this into this in just literally 1 day of work. But first, let's talk about why you might want to have a website. Let's say you click on this video, but you don't really know if you even need a website. In this day and age, just having a presence online can be really valuable. Just any ideas you have, anything that you want to share, you might as well just have a blog where you share it. Or for example, if you want to sell something, you might want to have an e-commerce site. Or as programmers, as designers, where you have monetizable skills, it's extremely useful to have a portfolio to showcase these skills. If you've ever coded anything, you pretty much want to have a portfolio to be able to showcase it to potential employers and to anyone really in the world who might be interested. But when it comes to building a website, for a lot of people, the idea of building a whole portfolio website is pretty daunting because it's actually a pretty involved process to do all of it from scratch. Coding a whole backend, figuring out how to connect it to a front end and all of that. It's a great learning experience. And if you want to be a web developer, you want to know how to do that. But if you're just building like a simple portfolio website or a blog website or something like that, you really don't need any of the customizable features that coding it from scratch would give you. So it's much better to use something like WordPress, which is what I'm going to be using in this video. Using a platform like WordPress that's essentially a drag and drop builder probably allows you to make a website that's a lot nicer, a lot faster. So that's why even if you want to be a programmer, for your personal website, this kind of workflow that I'm going to show in this video is probably a lot better for you. So if you want to build a website, what do you actually need? So first of all, obviously you need the actual design, the actual files that hold your code for the website. Second thing you need is hosting. Essentially, if someone wants to access your website, the files that hold your website need to be served from a server. So essentially from another computer who holds those files into the browser of the person who's viewing your website. And technically you could use your own computer as a server, but it would need to be online all the time. Basically, you don't want to try to go through the process of like configuring a server for yourself. So pretty much whichever method of actually building the website you use, you're gonna need to have a hosting service to host that website. And then the last thing you need is a domain. So that's essentially just the web address that you write on your browser. For example, google.com, that's the domain for the Google website. And the first part, the actual building of the website, is completely free, but two parts that do cost a bit of money is hosting and your domain. But as you'll see, using the service that I use, it's extremely cheap. So the way we're going to be using this is using today's video sponsor, Hostinger. Hostinger is essentially a website hosting service, but they actually offer a lot more than just hosting. And it's actually perfect for the workflow that I'm about to show you, because it's designed to integrate perfectly with WordPress, which is going to be the system that you use to build your website. And actually, if you choose their premium plan, you're also going to get a free domain as a part of your registration. So essentially, all those three parts that I just described of building a website, you can do via Hostinger. So that's why it's just a great service to use for building your website. And if you don't like it, they also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you really can't lose. So this is what we're going to be using for this website we're going to be building. So to get started, you want to head out to hostinger.com. So they have a lot of different options. So let's just go to pricing to see what's out there. And you can see that they have a lot of different options, but basically for just your basic website or like a personal website, like a blog or whatever you're building, you're pretty much going to be fine just using, well, their shared web hosting plans, which is the cheapest options that they have. Because the cheapest one starts at as little as $1.99 a month. What I would go for is either the single or the premium one. If you know that you're only going to be needing one website, then the single one is fine. If you think that you're going to be needing more websites, then the premium one for only $1 more per month is probably what you want to choose. This is personally the plan that I have. And the other thing to consider is that the premium one is also going to give you a free domain, and a domain usually would cost something like $10 to $15 a year, so that's a year, not a month. So it's extremely cheap regardless. But if you go for the premium one, you get one for free, so you don't really need to worry about it. And to actually save even more money on this, what you're gonna want to do is apply my coupon code InternetMadeCoder. So you're gonna go here, and I'm just gonna paste it right here. And look at that, we've saved even more money. I know you like saving money, you're welcome. Once you complete your registration, you're gonna enter into this kind of page. Next, we're just gonna go to setup, and it's basically gonna ask you a couple of questions. So I'm gonna be building this for myself. We're gonna go for WordPress because that is what we're gonna be using to build this website. Even if you're not using WordPress and you wanna code it from scratch using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, at this point you would just choose other, and it will give you an option to upload your files, which would then basically be your website. But we're gonna choose WordPress. I think it's the best workflow. So in here, you can start off with a template to essentially get you started, so you don't have to do everything from zero. But you can choose this later, so what you choose here doesn't really matter that much. And this is where you could choose your domain. If you chose the premium plan, which gives you a free domain, you could click here to select your free domain. I actually already have a domain which is with my current website, so I'm going to use the internetmadecoder.com domain for my website, and then it's just going to initialize it and you can start building. So I'm going to see you in a couple of moments. So once you've done that and you click on website, you're going to see this page, and then you're going to want to click on edit website to actually start building your website. So this is the WordPress dashboard. I'm still not even familiar with all of these options for myself, but basically you don't need to worry about a lot of them. All you really need to do to get started is choose your theme to get started, and there's one specific plugin that I know is going to help me a lot, which is called Elementor. Essentially, Elementor is a way to create a much nicer interface for you to start designing your website. So all you're going to do is go to plugins and look for Elementor, and we're just going to install that. Then you're going to go to themes. Basically, there's a lot of free themes that are available. Great place to find themes as well is using this place called Starter Themes. I actually had a link for this on the home page. And if you're using Elementor like I am, you just want to click up here to check Elementor to make sure that the theme that you choose is going to be compatible with Elementor. So I'm going to go to personal websites. Ooh, this one looks nice. Alex James. This is for someone who's a web designer, but I think I really like this design, so we might just go with that one. And then you can just go into Elementor and start editing a lot of these fields, like the color schemes and the images and the text. It's just so much easier to do it with something like this rather than having to figure out everything with CSS and all of that. And sure, if you like using CSS, if you're really pro with CSS, you might be able to do all of this by yourself. But at least for me, using CSS is like my least favorite part of developing a website. I just hate using CSS. So having something like this is so much easier. So we're going to see what I can build, and then I'm going to check back with you in a few moments for a status update. Okay, so I've spent some time trying to figure out what I'm doing here, and I think I've now got a pretty good idea of how this actually works. So when you're on your dashboard, what you want to do is click up here on View Website and then Edit with Elementor. This is going to bring you this window, which essentially allows you to start editing your site. And roughly you have 3 areas on the left side here. You have your content, which allows you to edit like the text or the image. And you have the style, which allows you to edit the colors and that kind of stuff. And then your advanced, which allows you to edit like nice animations and a lot of different stuff that I'm going to be using on my website, which I'm really excited to include here. And so essentially then you can just get started. And this video isn't going to be like a full tutorial how to do everything, because I think the best way for you to get started is to just follow the steps that I described up until this point to get you started. So feel free to just go back and watch it again if you actually want to do this, and then just start figuring things out. How you actually edit things here is pretty intuitive. Essentially this drag and drop system. If you want to add something new, click on this corner here, which allows you to add text or an image or something, and then you just essentially drag it to wherever you want on the website. And whenever you want to go back to the actual WordPress dashboard, you click here and then exit to dashboard. And then if you want to go back to edit, you just go with your website, edit with Elementor, or if you want to edit the colors, you're actually going to click here on customize, which is going to bring you to this section where you can essentially edit the color schemes and a lot of like the footer, for example, and a lot of sort of global settings for your website. And it can seem daunting at first because there's a lot of moving parts here, but it's actually very intuitive. And I'm sure that if you try, you're going to figure this out very quickly. By the way, if you have no idea what you want to do, start with the template and then look at websites that you like for inspiration. It's absolutely fine to do that. The real idea of this website for me is that I wanted to essentially be this repository of different projects that I built that I then make tutorials for. If you're looking for inspiration for coding project, you could go to my website and just pick out some of the projects that I've done. Or if you want to actually contribute to my projects on GitHub by forking it, that would be really cool if some of my projects would actually become open source projects for this Internet Made Coder community. That would be really cool. For my original website, it didn't really have much of a purpose. Sure, it had a link to my Notion template and it had a couple of blog posts, but nowadays I do my blog on Medium anyway, so I didn't really see the reason to have my blog on my website as well. But this new idea for this website is really to be this project-based website where you can get project ideas. I can show my project. Any resource that I create in the future is also going to be stored on this website over here. So we're going to keep going and I'm going to check back with you in a little bit.
Sometimes I make this life thing harder than it needs to be. Not dead yet, true shit.
In the process, I also designed a logo for myself, and for that I used this website called Logo Maker. It's a free website where you can have some icons and text to create a simple logo for myself. I didn't need anything complicated, and I think it looks really nice. So if you want a logo for your website, this is another completely free website to do it, basically. Check this out. Let's say you open this project side over here. Boom. Look at that. Look at those animations. Boom. Whoop. 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 Isn't that cool? You go to the home page, boom, boop, 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 whoop, boop, 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 whoop, 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 whoop. And that's really cool. The way you do that, if you want these cool entrance animations, you click on any of these elements and then you go to advanced and you go to motion effects, which has this entrance animation property. So you can check out any of these animations. Let's say we choose, what are we going to choose? Bounce in. Now, this is what's going to happen to the image when someone opens the page. I think it just makes the website a lot more fun and a lot more interesting for people to look at. So you might think that's really dull and stupid, but I think it's really cool. So yeah. Okay, so it's now around 24 hours since I started building this website. So let's have a look at what I've been able to do. Boom, this is the homepage. You have me, programmer and YouTuber, my email, a link to my YouTube channel, a picture of me. Again, take a look at this animation. Isn't this so satisfying? Boom, 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 my story. What I do, YouTube videos. Okay, I already showed this. And then this is gonna be a preview of my project section. So it just has 2 projects here and I'm gonna actually go to the project page here. And this is the part of my website that I'm most excited about. For now, it just has these 2 projects, but I'm gonna keep adding more as I essentially make more. And I have a lot more, which I haven't really organized properly yet to have on this website. But essentially, it's gonna have a link to a live preview. For example, for this sorting visualizer, which I made, which is essentially a way for you to visualize different sorting algorithms. So if you choose merge sort, it's gonna sort these bars like this. Essentially, a link to a preview, a link to the source code on GitHub, a link to a tutorial, which is still coming soon. I haven't made that yet. The other one is IMC Finance, which is essentially from CS50. If any of you have done CS50, one of the final projects was creating a stock trading / investment tracker app with fake money, obviously. This is my modified version of that. I've added some like nice pie charts and stuff like that. I've used the WP forms, like the basic forms widget, to have this form for people to sign up for my newsletter. This still looks pretty bad, let's be honest. I haven't figured out a way to make this nicer yet. And then it has a resources section, which for now only has my free computer science Notion template. For now, if you want it, you can go get it from the description of this video. And then there's a nice quote: programming is not about what you know, it's about what you can figure out. truth. But essentially that's where I'm at with the website at the moment. I'm still gonna keep building it a bit more before I release it, but essentially all of this I've done in less than 24 hours, which is pretty cool. And if I wanted to completely rebuild this, it would be so much easier doing it this way than doing it from scratch. And if you want to do it from scratch, I'm going to have tutorials coming in this channel. Obviously, if you are a web developer and you want to build a website to have as a project to show on your portfolio, to show your to employees, you want to know how to do this from scratch. But the point is that for your personal website, for like a simple website like this, there's really no point in doing that, where you can do it so much easier with something like this. So if you do want to build a website like this, feel free to watch this video back, like from the first part where I actually showed you how to get started. Definitely check out Hosting It, the sponsor of today's video. They supported me, so go support them as well by joining. They're one of the cheapest options for you to do this whole thing. If you want to save even more money, make sure to use my code InternetMadeCoder to get an even bigger discount on Hosting It. For now, if you want to know how I'm actually learning coding extremely effectively, I made this video about one of my favorite techniques to learn things extremely quickly. So if you want to learn things fast, coding or whatever, definitely go check out this video next.